and Z IMD. And we got a great show for you tonight.
Yeah, we do.
Jason Tatum returns. WBC is getting fired up, and it sounds like the Dolphins got their quarterback. We'll begin today's show with there's just a flurry of free agent signings, overshadowing everything going on in basketball, overshadowing everything going on with the WBC. So we have Alec Pierce going back to Indy. We got Mike Evans going to 49ers. We got KW3 going to Kansas City Chiefs. And a whole bunch of other signings happened. So, Z, what was the best move made so far?
I mean, there's so much going on right there. There's so much movement. You could talk about,
I do like Wan'Dale Robinson to the Titans. I think he's a stud.
We will talk about that.
Oh, okay.
We will absolutely talk about that because they're making the Titans are bringing a lot of ex-Giants. They brought in Flott, they brought in Bellinger, and they brought in.
Wait, isn't Daboll there?
And I think they also brought in some Jets. Oh, who's the head coach there?
Saleh.
So I don't know. Either they're going to unlock
New
something
York
great.
Titans.
That's right. Hey, maybe they can sue the Jets. That's it. They can sue the Jets and they can get those retro throwback unis. But yeah, either they're going to look amazing and he's going to look a genius again, or the same guys who ran him out of New York are going to run him into the ground in Tennessee. So that's where you are if you're Brian Daboll.
I don't know what happened, but when I was at the gym 2 days ago, they were playing like Wan'Dale Robinson highlights. Like, I don't know what, and I didn't realize he caught so many passes last year from everybody. He caught him from Dart, he caught him from Russell, he caught him from Winston, and he's catching deep passes, out passes. He was like their best receiver last year after Neighbors went down.
He was.
He's totally capable.
He is his main target, his main attribute is his speed and his elusiveness because of his size. Like, that is working in his favor. And, Cam Ward's getting a hell of a target. Now, we're going to find out if Cam Ward's the goods this year. Mike Evans to the Niners is weird because Mike Evans hasn't had the best injury history in the past couple of years, and you're sending him to a place where Kyle Shanahan sends people to the infirmary on a regular basis. His offense is not designed for health. We'll just put it that way.
It's a damn power plant.
All the EMPs going in and wrecking the joints. I don't like the Pierce signing from the standpoint of who's his quarterback. That's fine. You paid $100 million for a wideout, but who's delivering him the ball? Anthony Richardson requested a trade, right? Daniel Jones still isn't signed and he's not going to be healthy.
What does he want? He wants like 50 mil, right?
Yeah. Like, they're fighting, they're quibbling over money. And then who's left? Riley Leonard? Is that the guy who's going to be your starting QB? Are you going to go get Flacco?
Danny Dimes wants 50 mil a year.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck off.
No, fuck you. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. You have all the Giants going to the Titans. All the Ravens most of the Ravens outside of the center go into the fucking Giants. It could have called that one between Ricard, Likely. Okay, I see what we're doing here. We're really leaning into making Jackson Dart Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson Dart. I see what you did there. Okay, awesome. Absolutely fantastic.
NTN went to the Saints.
Etienne, which means Kamara's on the trade block. Very interesting.
Pacheco went to the Lions.
Pacheco's going to back up Gibbs. I like that move. I like the Pittman trade. I like the Pittman trade to the Steelers. I like Rico Dowdle to the Steelers. I have questions about the quarterback. We'll talk about that later. But I like those two complementary moves because Jaylen Warren and Rico Dowdle, that's a good combination, right? The best move for me is Kansas City adding a Super Bowl MVP. Like, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. It seems like a trite answer, but yeah, he only rushed for 1,025 yards. He hit pay dirt 5 times, right? Now, is Mahomes healthy for week 1? He's saying yes, right? He's pushing his body. So I'm not in the business of doubting Patrick Mahomes. However, my man, no, your leg exploded. Take it easy, pump the brakes. They lost Gardner Minshew to the Cardinals. So I don't know who their backup is going to be.
They could bring
And
Carson Wentz back. They had
I mean, they
Carson
could
Wentz
get
last.
Wentz back 100%. Yeah. So as far as like the biggest impact of those moves, man, I gotta say Kenneth Walker. Like you don't
Yeah.
get the opportunity to add a bell cow back like that very often, and that team still is it's still capable. Yeah, they lost Chenal. They're bringing back Kelsey.
Who goes to the Commanders?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is huge. I'm a
that's
big
huge for them.
Chenal fan.
Yeah,
I'm a big
like,
Chenal fan.
that's big for them. The Cowboys got Rashawn Gary from the Packers. So the NFC East they're reloading. Reek Woolen is going to the Eagles.
Right.
So there's an arms race happening in the NFC East right now. And that's going to make for a very interesting division to watch. The past few years, we've been, relegated to the Giants being dead ass last in a hard watch. Now all of a sudden they have juice, right? Mm-hmm. They have players. The Commanders, if they can keep Jaden Daniels healthy, they have players. The Cowboys were very surprising in the first year under Shoddy, right? They're adding guys, right? Mm-hmm. They have a full year of Quinnen Williams now. They're going to have Rashawn Gary. That defensive line looks good. And then the Eagles are the Eagles. So I'm very intrigued by all of these moves. And there's lots of teams that made head scratchers, but so far there's been some pretty smart ones. There's been some pretty smart moves here.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm with you. To me, the first one that jumps out is KW3. I mean, yeah. I do like everything Kansas City's kind of doing. I mean, they traded Duffy, right? But they got they got a slew of picks from the Rams, right? And now you go and get your running back. The only thing with Kenneth Walker III is he really doesn't catch the ball in the backfield. And I feel like that offense kind of needs that kind of, they had a lot of success when they had Damian Williams catching the ball out of the backfield.
I just thought of something before Alvin Kamara. Pair them together. Pair them together.
I don't know if they want to pay people though. No one's in the business of paying anybody.
I mean, their receivers can't catch them. So their receivers can't receive.
They can't. They're terrible.
It's it would be a crazy far-fetched idea, but crazier things have happened. And you could actually line them up both in the backfield, and you could totally confuse the shit out of people.
Second thing I would say that I really liked was Mike Evans going to 49ers. I agree with you though. I mean, he does get hurt, but when was the last time they had like a true wide receiver, number one wide receiver? And that's what Mike Evans really is, right? They had Deebo Samuel, but let's face it, that guy's like a Swiss Army knife. They were lining him up in the backfield and he was hurt all the time.
Yeah.
Mike Evans is a solid one, and I think you can get 12 to 13 games out of him, even if you're a 49er. And then the third one I'm gonna say that I like a lot is what the Dallas Cowboys are doing. They're building a decent defense. That Rashawn Gary that's a pretty solid move. I mean, that was a trade, that wasn't really a signing, but I think it's a really solid move. I mean, I like what a lot of people are doing here in regards to signing players. I think some of these people have done their homework. Don't really understand what the Falcons are doing. What? So the minute Tua is available, pick it up, call him. Yep. Let's get him in here. It's like, what? Are you serious?
They're collecting lefty quarterbacks.
But then you're gonna cut Kirk Cousins, and you still have Michael Penix Jr., who's I believe is recovering from an ACL injury. So I mean, who's really playing quarterback here? Yeah, you're right. It's just a bunch of lefties. I don't know. It just seems very odd that this is the route that they've decided to go.
The internet remains undefeated. They said one guy's recovering the one guy has 2 bad knees, and the other one's a concussion away from meeting Jesus. So, damn, that evisceration, absolute evisceration. But it really underscores what Terry Fontenot did and how he screwed this team up, and how Raheem Morris couldn't coach his way out of it. But what do you think about the Patriots did? They brought in Romeo Doubs to replace Stephon Diggs, and they also shored up the offensive line with Elijah Vera Tucker. I mean,
Elijah Vera Tucker is
not great.
Yeah, Elijah Vera Tucker is a bum. And, he's a fucking bum, and he gets hurt all the time. So Dobbs is 5 years younger than Diggs. He comes from a place that a sophisticated offense. They throw the ball very well. He's a good player. I think it's fine, but to me, I guess this means that the Patriots are going to address their offensive line problems in the draft, because that's where they really need help, unless they really believe in those rookies and they're going to stick with them. But that's really how they got exploited in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, the left side of their line. You're hoping that it's a year of seasoning. And Will Campbell was playing through a knee injury. He did come back off of IR. He was on IR, so it's not like, it's not like nobody knew about this. So, all right, I'm willing to give all the short arms the benefit of the doubt. But a player that we were talking about that was at the top of our boards was Malik Willis. Malik Willis, he is officially a Miami Dolphin. So they cut Hill. They let Alec Ingold go to free agency. We're going to talk about it in a little bit. They're traded Minkah Fitzpatrick. So it looks like they're in division to the Jets. Yeah. They seem to be in this like a semi teardown and rebuild under these guys from Green Bay. Like, what can we expect from Willis, and what can we expect from Miami next year?
I'm just kind of confused in what they're doing. Like, I thought they were in rebuild mode, right? I thought this was like a whole tear down, and we're gonna rebuild. We're gonna rebuild through the draft, but you're not gonna rebuild through the draft by giving Malik Willis $67.5 million when he's never been a full-time. This guy couldn't even beat out fucking a bum in Tennessee. Will Levis, who took last season off because he was like, hey, good luck. I mean, listen, he played for Green Bay, and he has a good downfield deep ball. He does throw that pretty well, but I just think it's extremely risky. This doesn't scream to me that you're rebuilding. This screams to me like, oh, we're going to try to win some football games. That's cool if that's what you want to do, but I think now, Z, tell me if you feel like I'm wrong with this. I thought Kyler Murray would have been a better deal to go to Miami, right?
It's an interesting idea. I mean, they have with Kyler Murray, you have the mobility factor.
If he wants to play football, and he's not going to go play baseball, but
rumor has it he's going to go to the Vikings, but he's willing to be patient. I mean, the A's own his rights, so I don't know. Like, they might make him go. They might make him report to like Double-A. I don't know if he's willing to go to Chattanooga. So, I
don't know what he has left to prove. I don't know what he wants to do. I mean, he's gotten paid. I mean, do you really want to just keep playing football, or you can go play baseball and have a decent, little career? Fair. There's low expectations, and you have to play every day, but it's not a beating on your body. I mean, you're a tiny guy. Like, he's a tiny guy. I just thought, like, if you're gonna go spend this kind of money, go get Kyler Murray. Like, why not? Like, what's the downside to that, right?
I mean, he's actually he's as unproven as Malik Willis. Because what has Kyler Murray really done?
Kyler is unproven?
Just as unproven. Like, what has he really done in this league? Let's think about that for a second. We've been talking about Arizona as a team of potential for years, and they can't deliver on shit. Mm-hmm. Okay? They deliver on being in last place. You have Kyler Murray's an underachiever. Marvin Harrison Jr. is playing his way into bust territory, right? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, a team would rather have Tua than have Kyler Murray. The Pittsburgh Steelers are thinking about signing Kirk motherfucking Cousins.
I hope that happens.
Over Kyler Murray, right?
Mike, what the fuck?
What are we doing here? Like, what are we talking about
here?
It's
the same scenario that Mike was dealing with before, right? When he was in Green Bay. and he went with Aaron Rodgers.
Like,
Like
son of a
it's
bitch.
just coming full circle. Some bitch.
You have an
Uh
offensive line that's not great, and then you have a guy who can't see over said offensive line. That's going to be a problem. But if you look at Malik Willis, he only threw for 422 yards last year. He had 85.7% completion percentage. So that's amazing.
mhm.
But, a small
Yeah.
sample size. He only played in 4 games. Like, this is a Matt Flynn-esque gamble.
Right.
You have to throw it in there.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say is I don't think Kyler Murray is Matt Flynn.
No,
Right.
no. But with
But
the
I would
injury
think
history,
Malik
he's a
Willis-
different kind of gamble.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the little guy's got a lot to prove, right?
He does. But who is gonna? I mean,
You're talking about Malik Willis. Malik Willis is getting he's getting $67 million
45 guaranteed
to play for 45 million guaranteed, and he's only thrown 6 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in his career.
Yeah.
And he's only played in 22 games. Last season he had 35 dropbacks. And the season before he had 54 dropbacks. But how many of those dropbacks were like designed runs or short passes?
Right.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like I don't but this is because they have the Miami, the Green Bay guys there, right? The GM and the coach are from Green Bay.
Mm-hmm. So
Hafley
Hafley and Sullivan, rather. Hafley and Sullivan.
But you have a season where like next year is the quarterback draft, right? So I mean, I don't know. Let me look at Kyler really quick.
He's linked. Murray is linked to the Vikings. I would have actually preferred Malik Willis go to the Vikings. I mean, we've said that before. Like we said, Miami would be a possibility, but I really liked him for Minnesota, beating out JJ McCarthy. And I think that him to Justin Jefferson would actually be something special. Now, I mean, Jalen Waddle is good. Jalen Waddle is a very good receiver, but if you really want to take advantage of Malik Willis's deep ball ability, is that Jalen Waddle? Like, no, that was more Tyreek Hill. Mm-hmm. And Tyreek Hill has a rebuilt leg, and you cut him. So I don't know if unless they're planning something big, and maybe they go get Stephon Diggs.
2, 3, 4. So Kyler has 4 years where he threw for over 3,500 yards. That's
what were his touchdown and picks?
What
were his touchdown to picks?
For which those years where he threw over 30, 20 and 12, 26 and 12, 24 and 10.
That's not bad.
21 and 11.
All right, so that's not bad.
He's not. His QBR, his average looks like it's around 60. It's not bad.
It's not
I don't
bad.
think I just think like if I'm the Dolphins, right, I could get Kyler and be competitive, right? I want to lose, just want to be competitive, right? Because the one thing I do know about Kyler is he can do a lot with nothing, right? He can run. If he can run, and you still got Waddle there. I think him and Waddle could be.
I think that fits better. Right. I think Murray and Waddle fit better.
And I just think like if he got hurt or if it doesn't work out, I'm still gonna, I'm still getting a top 10 pick. Yeah. The Malik Willis thing is like why am I gonna pay this guy? Like, what do I care? Like, who am I trying to beat to this? Who am I trying to beat to the bowl for Malik Willis? Am I the first team that called him? Did I give him the best offer? Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, who's calling him? Who's trying to get him in the building? Right? I don't know. It just seems kind of weird to me. I don't know.
I mean, the market. If you really think about it, the market, Minnesota. You're looking at Miami because we didn't know. I mean, we knew Tua was gone. We knew Tua was gone, but it was a long shot until they hired both Hafley and Sullivan from Green Bay.
And that's another team that I would think that would be in on Kyler Murray would be the Falcons, right? I mean, that seems like indoors. Okay,
short term.
We have a tight end. Right, we have a wide receiver. We have an outstanding. Like, imagine pairing him with Bijan Robinson. Like, we could be one of the fastest teams in the National Football League.
Yeah,
but you've decided to go with Tua. What?
Honestly, like Kyler Murray could even.
He's only 28 years old.
Yeah, but my thing is this: you're talking about fast, right? a team like Carolina. Maybe they're not sold on Bryce Young.
I think Bryce
They're
Young
moving on from Andy Dalton.
I think Bryce Young is going in the right direction. I think he's okay.
He's solid. He's okay, but I don't know if they're as. I mean, they finally made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, but they did not have a good showing. So, I don't know. You kind of feel like Kyler Murray has options. So him waiting, I think I'm okay with that. Malik Willis, I mean, I'm not turning down $45 million. Like if you really boil down to it, $45 million guaranteed. Even if I suck, I got $45 million guaranteed. Like that's nothing to sneeze at, man. And I mean, where else? I mean, you're gonna go the Jets? No.
COVID.
No, Lupus, you're not doing it. Like they couldn't pay me. It's got to be your bowl. That's it. Like that's
Shark Tank thing you said was excellent.
It's amazing. They don't make high art like that anymore. The Shark Tank Tommy Boy hybrid, a little mashup. It's amazing. Fucking A.
So along with the signings, there was also trades, right? So we had the Bills traded for DJ Moore, the Jets traded for Micah Fitzpatrick, and we just found this out, but the Ravens traded for Max Crosby. They sent 2 1s to the Raiders, and that trade has been taken off the table because Max Crosby failed his physical.
Oops.
So, I mean, what do you think about the Bills and the Jets, and then where do the Ravens go from here, and where do the Raiders go from here?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think you kind of can't. If he's failing his physical, you can't expect the 2 number 1 haul again. So I think the Cowboys are back in play,
right? Because they offered a 1 and a 2.
Yeah,
which if I was them, now it's become
that.
a 1. Well, no, now you're not getting the 1 and the 2.
Yeah.
You lost that. You can get a 1 and a 5 or a 1 and a 4. You're giving me a damaged player. I don't even know if he's gonna be able to play. Fail this fucking physical. Well, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
who's gonna give 2 1s? No one's giving 2 1s.
No one's giving 2 1s. But I think
I didn't even think he was worth 2 1s. Listen, I'm a Ravens fan, and I think you told me when this happened, and when it happened, I was like, okay, it's going against Burrow and going against other guys and Rodgers, I guess. And I was like, all right, I mean, it's kind of cool, but then I was like, well, wait a minute, why would we give up 2 1s? You're telling me that in this draft, this upcoming draft, in the first round, there isn't a guy who has Max Crosby potential? You're telling me that in next year's draft, there isn't a guy, like let's say we had a mediocre year or we were a shit team next year. Mm-hmm. You're telling me there's not a guy that we couldn't get in the top 10? Where's the Ravens fucking scouting department? Like, we're supposed to be the teams that finds these diamonds in the roughs. We're supposed to be the ones that find these overlooked players, these overlooked linebackers, these overlooked defensive ends. You thought so highly of Max Crosby that we're willing to give 2 number 1s for him right now? I just thought that was really odd. And maybe they knew Dallas was in on it and they really wanted to get it from Dallas.
They got their hand forced. Like that's what it feels like, that they got their hand forced a little bit because Dallas has been hot and heavy on him. Now, Dallas may revisit that because now you have you'd have Quinnen Williams, Rashawn Gary, and Max Crosby. Like,
I'd rather you go give 2 number 1s to the Eagles and bring AJ Brown over here.
That's to the Ravens. That's fair. They need a wide receiver.
But that's something you said you wouldn't do. Yeah. You say you wouldn't do 1s.
I wouldn't do it
because the Eagles are looking for top dollar for AJ Brown. They're not going to take pennies on the dollar, 5 and a 6.
He's a headache who drops the ball at key times. That's not a 1.
He's a Super Bowl champion.
And headache who drops the ball at the worst possible moment.
Look at what DJ Moore just got. Look at what
that's fucking retarded too. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I
don't understand that trade either. So it's like we went from not having a wide receiver to having a wide receiver to not having a wide receiver to now having a wide receiver again. When are we going to learn that it has nothing to do with the wide receiver position for Josh Allen? Anybody who thinks the Buffalo Bills are going to take a step forward this year, you're bugging.
No,
You're bugging. And DJ
no
Moore
way.
is he's a good wide receiver. He's a good player, but that's not where the problem lies with this
No,
team. Like
it lies with Josh Allen.
it lies with Josh Allen, who now is probably going to start getting hurt. I would assume at some point, this is professional football. He's going to start getting hurt. And then what? Like, and they're keeping Dawson Knox, which I thought was, I didn't think it was not Dawson Knox. Is it? Yeah, I think they extended.
No,
Knox.
yeah, Dawson Knox.
They extended him, right?
Yeah.
But isn't Kincaid supposed to be his replacement? Like, why
they're running a two? They're okay running a two tight end set.
Why are we paying 2 tight ends this kind of money? Like, why wouldn't you go get Isaiah Likely, who just got signed by the Giants?
Yeah. So I mean,
they'll get Chris Manhertz, who's going back to the Giants now too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Chris Manhertz is a different skill set. Like he's more of a blocking tight end. So the problem is that they're redundant positions. They're both pass catching tight ends.
We're not winning. Like
no.
We're running this back with like we're not I don't know, it just seems silly to me. I don't get it. And the Jets, like what the fuck? Like what the fuck are you doing? Like you're not going to believe this. The Jets are on the phone. They want to trade us for Mika Fitzpatrick. Oh, yeah. What else do we got? I don't know. Let's give them whatever they want. Like when a team is willing to trade you a player in division, that should be a red.
That's a red flag.
Like you should be like, I don't know about this, unless you're gonna flip him. So my whole thing is, I think they're gonna flip him. They're keeping him until the trade deadline, and they think they're gonna find a team that will give them more draft capital. Right? They traded, I think, a 7th for him.
Yeah.
So if so, you're under the assumption that I'm gonna take him. He ain't gonna play hard, and then when time comes for trades, you're gonna trade him like you should have traded Breece Hall.
Right. And then, I mean, let's talk about the other trade that happened today with the Jets. They apparently have their quarterback. Geno Smith is back. So Geno, who cut his teeth after Mark Sanchez got injured in the Snoopy Bowl, right? He's back, acquired along with a 7th round pick from the Raiders for a 6th round pick.
Did they understand that at 4:00 today, Geno Smith was going to be cut by the Raiders? They know that. Did they not know that? He's we're releasing him. Wait a minute, we'll trade you for him. Did you hear what I said? We're releasing him. I'll trade you 2 draft picks for him. Oh, just give us 1, I guess. Again, the Jets are on the phone. They want Geno back.
Have this man drug tested immediately.
So here's the deal. So Geno was drafted in 2013. He was there for 4 years. There's only one other quarterback who has more wins for the New York Jets in that time. And so he has 12. He went 12-18 as a Jets quarterback. And there's another Jet who has more wins than him. But he left, became a backup for many, many years. Then all of a sudden, won comeback player of the year, made 2 Pro Bowls, looked great. Got Pete Carroll fired, went to fucking Vegas, got Pete Carroll fired again, lost his starting job. Now you want him back? Like, what are we doing? Like, here's my thing is like, you don't want to win. Very clear. Very clear. You don't want to win. I know you don't want to win. But if I don't want to win, why would I trade for a quarterback? Does that seem silly? Why would this is the guy, a Kirk Cousins, or why would I just go sign somebody? Like, why would you go and trade for inept player?
Because he's the guy that just delivered Fernando Mendoza to the Raiders. So what they're saying is he's the kiss of death. Oh. Like, that's the hope. That he's going to suck so bad that they're going to secure the number 1 pick.
But is that a good thing?
No,
I don't think it's a good
Arch
thing.
Manning will stay in school.
You had the kid from Oregon say, I'm going back. The Jets called me yesterday. I'm going back.
Surprise, motherfucker. Now we got number 1.
You are not going to escape us now. I don't think having the first pick is the best thing for this team. You know, and then they go and they sign Demario Davis. And I hope I'm wrong here, but I'm pretty sure they drafted that guy once upon a time too.
Yes, he's a former Jet. Yes.
He is, right?
He's now a current Jet.
He had great years in New Orleans. Why not get Leo Chenal? the linebacker from the Kansas City Chiefs, who's a Super Bowl champion.
Why not keep Quincy Williams? You had him in the building. He's gone.
The Browns. He's like, I'd rather go play in Cleveland than fucking be here.
Jesus.
I'll sign a 2-year contract in Cleveland. I'll eat shit in Cleveland and do this. I'm not doing this again.
I just don't.
How wild is that? How wild is that? This man was like, I will play in Alaska before I come back here again.
It's just
the rumor has it that the only reason why they traded for Geno is because that was the only way they were going to get him. Because if he became a free agent, he wouldn't have signed there. And this is the guy you traded for? Are you going to go get Zach Wilson again? Are you going to go get Mekhi Becton? Like, what are you doing? Like,
I don't know.
Like, who goes along with this and says this is a fine plan? I support it 100%. Like, what? Huh? What?
And Garrett Wilson, you got your money. Breece Hall, you want your money. It's funny, he came out and said, "Oh, we got all this money for free agents. It's awesome." It's like how do you walk in there and how do you walk into One Jets Drive and be like, "Okay, this is cool"? How are you not like, get me the fuck out of here?
I don't know.
Get me out of here now.
I don't know. We just talked to Coach Jim Herbert about it.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand the mentality here. What are you trying to win? Are you trying to lose? What are we trying to do?
Yeah.
Like, why would you bring back this guy after all these years? He's not Vinny Testaverde, man.
No.
Like, can we all admit that this was a bad decision to begin with? Like, what? I don't know.
I'm confused by it. It's just confusing, and you have to.
You would agree to go like the Kirk Cousins route, right?
Yeah.
And then there were rumors that they were going to get Carson Wentz. It's like, what? Didn't he hurt his shoulder?
Yeah.
He can't throw.
my man was an MVP until he jacked up his back.
He can't throw. No. Why not go get Kenny Pickett? Where's Kenny Pickett?
Kenny Pickett is now backing up, I believe, in Carolina.
I think they signed him.
I think they signed him to back up Bryce Young.
That to me would make more sense.
That's a friggin' guy. Now there's a guy.
You didn't call Kirk Cousins and see what he had to say? Like, was that an option? Was that available? Because he might go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he may go to Pittsburgh now. I think that would probably be the best.
You know what makes sense for him? What makes sense for him is to go back to Minnesota.
Well, yeah, like that would make the most sense, but I
wonder if the Steelers would go with Kyler Murray.
I mean, I don't know if Minnesota would bring him back unless it was on a low ball contract.
Yeah, he definitely getting low ball. He ain't getting what he's getting.
But he's the king. He's the king of the bag, man. I don't know. So I really don't know if he would be willing to do that.
Is Davis Mills available?
It's a good question.
That's another guy that the Jets, you want to play? You'll play every day.
Right. And apparently the price tag on Mac Jones is super high right now because of what he was able to do last year. So like that's off the table. So I don't know, man. I think the plan is to ride it out with Geno. Because, I mean, what's the alternative? Like, because you still have Justin Fields, right? You didn't cut him yet.
Oh, Davis Mills is not a free agent.
But they could trade for him.
Yeah, they could.
They could
trade for Mac Jones, too.
Yeah, but, it's going to be probably cheaper to... Actually, you know what? I think it would probably be the same price because you can't really trust CJ Stroud at this point. And Davis Mills is probably going to play because Stroud didn't have the cleanest of seasons last year in terms of health and performance.
Damn, Davis Mills made $8 million. Damn, he's a backup.
Yeah, no,
backup is getting that much money. Tommy Cutlett's getting $10 million, $7 million guaranteed to be a backup.
We're in the wrong industry, my friend. We're in the wrong business. We are in the wrong business. I can hold a clipboard. God damn it! Like I can get people coffee. Like I can have my mom make chicken cutlets for everybody.
Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense it doesn't make sense for New Orleans to bring in Kyler Murray, right?
No, they believe in Shook, but I mean, if they need a backup, sure. But I think he wants to start. I think Kyler Murray envisions himself as a starter in this league.
Would Kirk Cousins go to the Titans?
and back up Cam Ward or compete with him for the job?
Back him up. Back him up. You're a backup at this point, man. You ain't starting. There's nobody gonna start you.
He can beat out JJ McCarthy if they re-sign him. He's gonna beat out.
Where's Jimmy G? Did Jimmy G go to the desert?
He's still with the Rams, no? I'm pretty sure Jimmy G's still with the Rams.
Jimmy Garoppolo, you bastard.
Fucking hell, man. That dude, it just won't go away. Like, that's amazing.
No, he's a free agent.
Oh, he is a free agent.
Yeah.
I mean, Kirk Cousins is younger than Matthew Stafford.
So that's another one.
So there's that. Idea. There's that. And if Stafford retired, like boom, you don't miss a beat with Kirk Cousins. It's not it's a pretty decent idea.
He's an unrestricted free agent, Jimmy G.
Okay. Like that's another guy though. Like just
sounds like the Cardinals tried to get him, but they couldn't agree on a deal.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure like because is Brissett. Is he or is he a free agent too? Because I know they locked up.
He's their guy right now.
So Brissett and Minshew, like that's their quarterback room.
Sounds like it. So that's probably why they couldn't sign Jimmy G. That's probably why they went and got Minshew.
All right, that's fair. Fuck it. You know what? Minshew. You know what? We talked about it before. Have the fucking Chiefs sign Jimmy G. Jimmy G can play. Like he's not great.
I could see Kirk Cousins going to the Chiefs if Pat can't start the season.
If he can't go, that would be very interesting.
Yeah, right.
It would be very interesting. Yeah, but I keep harping on the DJ Moore thing, and it's like, what are the Bears doing? You're traded away your alleged, number one receiver. He was ahead of Odunze on the depth.
Yeah, Odunze. There were games where Odunze had no catches.
Yeah. So what the hell? They lost their center. They traded for Garrett Bradbury because their center retired. What is going on in Chicago? This buckle up, guys, because we are in for a very interesting ride here.
I'm retiring from what? Football? Are you kidding me right now?
Are you even 30?
You've only been playing 3 years.
What? What are you doing?
She's like, oh hell, not right now, man.
It's like, you son of a bitch.
You son bitch.
You son of a bitch. You had one job and you're failing miserably at it. Yeah. Well, the World Baseball Classic is going strong, and the teams that you expect to be at the top are very much at the top. Japan's bludgeoning people. The U.S. is squeaking by against the likes of Great Britain and Mexico and Brazil. Brazil.
Didn't Czechia got relegated?
Czechia got eliminated already. Yeah. Canada is pissing off lots of people, and Israel is currently ahead of the Netherlands. So,
whoopity doo.
Goes to show you. It goes to show you that this is a very unpredictable tournament at the bottom level, and then at the top level, there are levels to this. There are just absolute levels to this. So, has anything surprised you so far? And who are you planning on? Who are you banking on to take it all?
Yeah, I'm banking on Japan.
Still?
Yeah, who I am surprised with though? I am super impressed with Roman Anthony. He's legit. He looks legit, and it actually, we're doing our AL East order up next week, but Boston rose for me because of them. And I looked at that guy and I was like, holy shit, like you're a legit player. Like you can really hang with these guys. Like you could be the leader of the Boston Celtics. You are really one of the best players in baseball. So that's one of the things. Sounds like, I liked how Skubal stuck around. Skeens is just ridiculous. Even against Mexico. I mean, Mexico, there's no slouches on that team. Like they're a really good team.
Yeah.
We put a good team out there this year. I mean, they're studded. I mean, Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge, Pete Crow Armstrong. I mean, all these guys are just unbelievable players.
I'm
I got the U.S. and Japan going all the way, and then I think Japan will. I think they'll find a way. They'll find a way. Otani didn't even play today, and they scored 9 runs in the 8th inning against Chetney, I think.
My problem with the U.S. is I think they've played a bunch of tomato cans. Like, that's my problem. Like, Mexico is probably the best they've played so far. They're playing Italy tonight.
Right?
9. And, it's basically the Kansas City Royals. It's basically the Kansas City Royals. So, great. Nolan McLean of the Mets is taking on the Kansas City Royals. So they're all hopped up on espresso, and, good for you guys. Italy is very surprising. Absolutely. Last time they didn't post very well, but Mexico isn't as strong. It's a good team, but not as strong as it's been in the past. Brazil,
Italy's beating the United States now 3-0. By the way,
God damn it, Nolan! God damn it! Why? You know what, D-Ro? I have a bone to pick with Mark DeRosa right now. My man had vertigo. He had symptoms of vertigo. He's like, that's all right. Take the bump.
Who's that?
Nolan McLean. That's why he was delayed going to camp. He had vertigo symptoms. Yeah. Shit. You're telling me Clayton Kershaw couldn't do this? You're telling me? It's like, dude, you got enough left for one more hitter.
That would be unbelievable.
Come on. Like, I got enough left. I'm throwing every piece of junk I can figure out, Skipper.
That's all right. We'll get it next time.
Give me one.
Give me Rick one?
I mean, DR Venezuela, you expected. I'm surprised that Korea didn't do as well. They only finished at 500. They're only 2-2. Japan swept it all out, U.S., they've been fine, but I would like to see what they do against stiffer competition. And clearly, apparently, Italy is that stiffer competition. And then Puerto Rico and Cuba.
Holy shit, we're winning. They have an espresso machine in the fucking dugout. It's great.
Let's go. They have a lovely espresso machine. It's fantastic.
Who's there on their coaching staff? Is it Cervelli and Posada?
Cervelli, Posada. I believe Dave Righetti is their pitching coach. Hey, it says all ex-Yankee.
I didn't even know Posada was Italian. I thought he was Spanish.
So he's not. So he's there because Francisco Cervelli asked him to be there.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, man, I was your backup. You were my mentor. Would you mind being the hitting coach?
Fuck off.
Rule number 1, don't wear batting gloves. Rule number 2, piss on your hands. Builds calluses. Gross. I don't know. I think that, obviously it's Japan, right? Obviously Japan is head and shoulders above everybody. But I'm surprised that Puerto Rico is playing as well as they are, considering the players they're missing. Because they are missing quite a few guys. And they're undefeated coming out of Pool A. So they're there. Could I see them possibly making a run to the finals? Yeah, why not? All of the top tier teams are there. Everybody that we expected to be there is there. And I think that it's kind of like the Olympics where all right, pool play is gone. Now let's really see what we're fucking made of. Pitch count goes up. Let's go. We're seeing that from Mexico and U.S. with Randy Arozarena and Cal Raleigh. Like, they're teammates, and they're getting into a beef because, Cal Raleigh wouldn't shake Randy Arozarena's hand. It's like, fuck off. Son of a bitch. I hope you rot in hell. Like, bro. Shit. It's like, bro. Okay. Yeah. Like, when we get back to Seattle, we're brothers. Like, we're bros. So what are we doing here? What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? Fuck off, rotten hell. What? But yeah, if I'm rooting for Italy. Italy has never made it this far. They've never made it out of pool play. So I would like to see that. That would be a very interesting story. Like, nobody expected it. Just like nobody expected the 4 shutout innings from the Czechia pitcher against Japan. Now here's what I hope for that guy. He's an electrician by trade. I hope he at least gets a minor league contract. He's 29. Dude just shut out Japan for 4 innings. You're telling me he's not worth a look in A-ball?
Nope.
AA?
27.
Yeah. Nah. Worth a shot. It's worth a shot. If Joey Gallo can try and be a pitcher, then this guy deserves a look. Considering who he just carved up for 4 innings. I say, give my man a look. What's the worst that could happen? A non-roster invite. Pittance, chump change. He can fix the wiring in your ballpark. He can work it off. Such is life. Speaking of such is life, Jason Tatum returned on Sunday night for the Celtics, and he did not disappoint whatsoever. In 27 minutes, he had 20 points in the 109-98 win over the Cavs. So what did this win mean for the Celtics? And what did this loss mean for the Cavs?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people were jumping on that Cavs bandwagon. Kind of gotta get Kristen back on the show. I really don't. I think hopefully that got shut down now. Spurs are playing the Celtics tonight. Third period, they're up by 4. I think it. I mean, he didn't skip a beat, man. It's unbelievable how he's recovered. And his shot was fire, and he was explosive, and he was getting rebounds and shooting and scoring. I think it pretty much puts the Celtics, it catapults them, I think, ahead of the field as far as I think they're better than the Knicks this year, even though the Knicks have been one of the best defensive teams in the league since January. I put the Celtics ahead of the Knicks. I put the Celtics ahead of the Pistons, the way Tatum's playing. If you can have Tatum play like this and you can have Brown playing at an MVP level, I just don't think there's a team that could really beat them in the East. And then it comes to, okay, I'm curious to see how they play against the Spurs. They're playing the Spurs pretty tight right now. So it could be like Spurs, Celtics in the finals. And can, your experience in the finals help you beat a Spurs team that if Wemby stays healthy, they're just going to be in the finals every year?
Well, clearly he's on a pitch count because he's only playing 27 minutes a game so far. He's averaging
That's a lot. That's a lot. Don't you think it's a lot for a guy that's just coming back from Achilles injury?
Yeah, but they're trying to ease him back into a full game.
But don't you think they would start with just 20 minutes or 15 minutes and 29 minutes? The game is only 60 minutes long.
Yeah. So if that's the case, if you're going 20, you might as well go 29.
He's playing half the game.
Yeah, that's fine. They don't play 3/4 of a game, and they don't play the full game.
I hurt my foot last week, and I couldn't play at all 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, he's in the prime of his career. He's only 28 years old. So there's something to be said about that. But there's a plan in place. They're not rushing him out there for the full 48. Clearly, there's, this is what load management is for, right? A guy who's coming off a major injury. And that old chestnut that Brian Cashman likes to run out there, when they don't do anything at the trade deadline and the Yankees talk about all the guys that are coming off the IL, right? It's as good as a trade. It's as good as a trade. We got a healthy Luke Weaver.
That's what the Garrett Cole deal is going to be about.
We got a healthy Garrett Cole. We got a healthy Scott Efros. We're ready to go. We're primed and ready. Who? But that's what it is. It's as good as making a trade. He was not on your roster, and now you have a guy. Now there's a guy who's a friggin' stud, and he's back. Now, this is all preparation for the playoffs. Right?
Yeah, they're making the run. They're trying to get the 1 seed. We're heading down the stretch now. It's March.
The issue with this is that the Knicks beat him with a mostly healthy Tatum, right? He went down at the end. Sure. So, the Knicks were winning that series regardless. So I don't know.
And that's also a season where I'm pretty sure Boston dominated the Knicks during the regular season, but the Knicks came to play in the playoffs.
Right. And under Mike Brown, as opposed to Tom Thibodeau, it's way more balanced, and they're still playing high level defense. So it's a matchup problem for the Celtics, but a healthy Brown, a healthy Tatum, arrested Tatum, that might be the recipe for success. That may be the secret sauce that they need to kind of get through the Knicks eventually. Because you figure if they're 1-2, they're not meeting until the Eastern Conference Finals, right? If it stays the way it is. As far as the Cavs go, I mean, you have Harden, you have Mitchell, you still have, questions about, how well they can play together in the long run. In the short run, they're doing okay. But, what's it going to look like later on? And I think it just reminds everybody that the Cavs are just on that, that treadmill that we like to talk about. They're in fourth. They were in fourth last year. They're in fourth and fifth. That's where they live right now. Because the Pistons shot up. The Celtics are still good. They're number 2 right now. The Knicks are currently number 3. At one point they were number 1. But there's competition here, and the Cavs are just kind of like there. And it reestablishes the fact that they're just kind of there. And can they knock off the Raptors in the first round in a 4-5? Yeah, absolutely. The Cavaliers would be the favorite in that series. I would say that they should beat the Raptors. Well, what's waiting for them on the other side? The Knicks? The Celtics? I don't think they can hang. I don't think the Cavs can hang with those teams. So, ultimately, this is a big deal for the Celtics. It's a reminder to the Cavs that, sorry, Sparky, this ain't your year. All right, boys and girls, you know what time it is. It's time for the Alleged Superstar of the Week. You know how it goes. We put up a poll on our X account at FadeRouteDNZ and our Instagram poll at FadeRoute Podcast, and you vote. And you vote, and you vote, and you vote. And the winner of said vote gets a shout out on this here show and takes home the coveted Ass Trophy. And do you know who took home the coveted Ass Trophy last week, D?
I don't.
That would be your boy, Jerickson Profar. You schmuck. You schmuck.
Tell me it's a different substance. At least give me that much. Please tell me it's something fucking different, asshole.
162 games. This close to being Henry Mejia as the only guy to get banned from baseball for performance-enhancing substances. Oh, Jerickson, you stupid man.
You foolish boy.
You son of a bitch. God damn it. All right, but that was last week. This is this week. Who are your nominees for Alleged Superstar of the Week?
All right, so first up, I've got the New York Jets, 2013. They drafted Geno Smith in the second round for the next 8 years, and then in 2017 they let him go and labeled him a bust. In the 8 years he was gone, there's only one player that has won more games at quarterback than Geno Smith. This guy went on to be comeback player of the year in 2022, go to 2 Pro Bowls, and now you want him back. The Raiders were ready to cut him. You cut a deal to trade for him and bring him back home where it all started. The Raiders must have been like, is this a dare? Is this a joke? Are you really willing to trade us somebody for someone we're about to cut? All right, I guess so. Like, is this a crank call? What a joke. New York Jets, you are my Alleged Superstars of the Week. Number 2, Atlanta Falcons. So Tua was cut by the Dolphins. And somehow Atlanta viewed this as an opportunity. They're going to cut Kirk Cousins if they haven't already. They've already have Michael Penix on their roster, who has a torn ACL, I believe, and he's recovering from. And now Tua Tagovailoa is going to be your quarterback next season. In my Dr. Evil voice, right. Okay. And number 3, it's kind of a sad one, but it's true, and it's Hunter Green. It's the Reds ace. He's being shut down with bone chips in his elbow. He won't play again until July. I don't know if that's going to be enough time for them to get back in it or compete at a high level this season. Hunter Green, you are my alleged superstar of the week. What do you got, Z?
And I'll just preemptively say, welcome back to Seattle, Eugenio Suarez. So I am going to start with Cruzeiro and Atlético Mineiro in the state championship final in Brazil. Have you seen this?
Negative.
So 23 red cards issued in this soccer match after an all-out brawl takes place after a late challenge against the keeper. And then the keeper turns around and just knees the dude in the head. So it went from soccer to the UFC. It was amazing. It was so violent that Men in Blazer had to issue a content warning people about the violence that they were about to see. Cruzeiro, Atlético Mineiro, you are my alleged superstars of the week. Number 2, Derek Jones and Yaya Boa. Who? 2 players who just received lifetime bans from MLS for gambling. Awesome. Good job, guys. And Yeboah was just terminated from his contract with LAFC to go sign with a Chinese league team. So it kind of sounds like he knew this was coming. You, sir. Yeah, no. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here before they kick me out. Fuck you. You can't fire me. I quit. How about that? Yeah, right. You can't ban me if I ban myself. Jesus Christ. Derek Jones and Yaya Boa, you are my alleged superstar of the week. And number 3, Logan Paul. Yes. That of the Paul brothers, that of the WWE, calling out football players for boxing matches. I don't know if I would do that if I were you, saying that, they wouldn't be able to hang with you. One Mr. Brandon Jacobs, formerly of the New York Giants, who trains in boxing, mind you, came out and said, I accept that fight. Ooh. So not only would he accept the fight, but so would Frank Gore Sr., who trains in boxing, and so would Le'Veon Bell, who also trains in boxing. So all of these running backs, who apparently are boxers, agreed to fight Logan Paul, or were interested to fight Logan Paul. And then all of a sudden, he's backtracking. Oh, you're lucky that you're lucky that WWE has called me back onto the road because I would kick all your asses. So, hold me back. Bart Scott likes to call those wolf tickets. Yeah, 100% total wolf tickets. That dude's full of shit. Logan Paul, you are my alleged superstar of the week, and an honorable mention to the New York Rangers. You guys are back. Congratulations. You didn't trade Vincent Trocheck at the trade deadline, and then you get wrecked by the Devils 6-3. Jack Hughes with a fucking hat trick. Thanks, guys. Thanks for showing up. Well done. Well fucking done. Yeah. This rebuild is going to go so well. So fucking well. New York Rangers, you are my alleged superstar of the week. I think we said our piece. Go to our X account at FadeRouteDNZ. Go to our Instagram poll at FadeRoute Podcast and vote. And for our nominees. We continue our division by division MLB preview as we order up the National League East. So now, psych, put a little sneaky on that. So we have some pretty solid teams here. We had a team that made a run last year, and then we have the Washington Nationals. So what will happen this year in the National League East? From 5 to 1, what do you got, D?
All right, so first up, I've got the Washington Nationals. They just seem like a 90-loss team to me. I do think there's talent here, but they kind of threw in the towel by trading away Mackenzie Gore. I expect CJ Abrams to be dealt by the deadline. I'm assuming they're gonna hold on to Dylan Cruz and hopefully he makes some real strides. And I do think James Wood's a good player, but they just seem like they have certain spots, but they don't have a complete team, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Next I have the Miami Marlins. I think this is actually a decent team. I just don't think they're trying to win either. Al Contreras is still there, right?
For now.
Yeah. And then Xavier Edwards. They have good players and they seem to compete even though they're on a shit team, but there's question marks around Chris Paddock. There's question marks around Braxton Garrett. I mean, they okay, I guess, So third place, I've got the Mets. I just don't see it. Who's pitching? Who's pitching on this team? Maybe you know. I don't know. I like Bo Bichette. I don't like Jorge Polanco. I like Luis Robert. I don't believe in Marcus Semien. Can Lindor be a 300 hitter? Could he be a 280 hitter, 290 hitter? I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough. I think letting go of Pete was good, but they didn't replace him with anybody. Well, you got a bunch of shortstops on this fucking team. So I've got the Mets in third. The Phillies, I have them in second. And I just think their window closed. I think it closed. Wheeler's going to start the season in the IL, right? And then Nola can be hit. Nola's not. He's a number 3, I think, at best. Last year we showed. I think he had a 5 ERA or 4 ERA. I think Real Muto's donezo. They lost Castellanos. Turner's good. Harper's good, but has Alec Bohm been what everybody thought he was going to be? I don't think so. Now I think a Mike Trout trade in the middle of the season could help them, but I think their window is closed. And number 1, and I'm being a homer. I'm not gonna lie, being a homer because I thought they were gonna be better last year, and they were fucking terrible last year. But I've got to imagine that this injury bug and their shit start to the season, where I believe they lost 9 out of the first 10 fucking games, is behind them. I think Strider coming back from being, hurt. For this will be the second year he's back. I think he'll be an ace again. I would assume Ronald Acuna is another year removed from his ACL tear, so he'll be a lot better. I love Olsen. I think he's a great player. So I think they have a good team. I think they have a solid run and good enough for second, but they'll come in first in the East. What do you got?
All right, so I'm wholly acknowledge being a homer. Nice. All right, so
I'm a homer. I'm a homer on this one.
That's fair.
And I'm not usually a homer, but I'm being incredibly optimistic after Jerickson Profar just is a fucking idiot.
How are we going to replace that? Replace what? Replace what? All the steroids?
You talking about last year? No, he did it again.
What the fuck do you mean he did it again?
What kind of fucking performance enhancing drugs is he taking, man?
There's a picture of him taped to the wall in GNC. It's like, no. Do not let this man in.
Don't be this guy.
I have to agree that the Nationals are DFL. I don't see anything, I really don't see anything in the pitching staff whatsoever. Like Miles Michaelis is probably your ace. You're looking at him, Josiah Gray, Jake Irvin, Waldachuk, who they got from the A's. It's like, what are we doing here? Like Cade Cavalli, like, okay, yeah, he's 27. He's a project at this point. Like, I don't know. I just don't see it. They're banking on Harry Ford. They traded for Harry Ford. They're hoping that getting him from Seattle is gonna be a big deal for them. They thought the same thing about Keibert Ruiz when they got him from the Dodgers. So I don't see it. I don't see it. Dylan Cruz has not been as impactful as they would hoped. They got Hassel from San Diego. He's been okay. James Wood is their all-star at this point because CJ Abrams is probably gone. Most likely he's going to end up with the Dodgers because he was linked to them already. I wish I was kidding. It's going to be the Dodgers or it's going to be the Padres because the Padres can always use another fucking shortstop someplace.
Just collecting
CJ, have you ever considered catching? Ah, shit. Just one more fucking shortstop. So the Nationals are 3 years away from being 3 years away. Only slightly better are the Marlins. We concur on that.
I'm going to catch me a Marlin.
Paddock has not lived up to expectations. Alcantara is probably going to get traded. It's a matter of when, not if. I mean, they brought in Pete Fairbanks to back end their bullpen, but I don't see wins coming out of this staff. Like last year, it feels like smoke and mirrors that they were able to do what they did. Right? You have like Xavier Edwards, Otto Lopez, Connor Norby, like Owen Casey. Like they traded Edward Cabrera. They got Owen Casey from the Cubs. So we'll see. He's going to get his shot. Christopher Morel is there. They got him playing the outfield instead of third base. Stowers will come up with something. Maybe Griffin Conine will be as good as his dad. Although at 28, if you haven't established yourself by now, probably not.
You don't know me by
He's like
now.
Junior Marlin, right? If Jeff Conine is Mr. Marlin, what's Griffin Conine? Junior Marlin? Like how's that work? I don't know. I don't see it with the Miami Marlins. Third place, I have the Braves actually. Like I'm not. Schwellenbach is a problem. Losing Schwellenbach's a problem. Ronaldo Lopez is okay. Can Chris Sale keep going? Right? This has probably been like one of the best stretches, consistent stretches in Chris Sale's career. He's had flashes of brilliance, but then he goes on the IL because his nipple rings are infected. Like it's a bunch of or he breaks a rib.
Broke my rib diving for a bunt. The fuck are you talking about?
What are you doing? What do you mean?
I think I broke my thumb.
You're the meme of pitchers that aren't athletes.
Skip, my foot hurts. Here go to the nurse.
It's like this is why pitchers get a bad rap as not being athletes because of shit like this.
He literally cracked his rib diving for a fucking bunt in the middle of July.
Jesus Christ, God Almighty! So, can you bank on him? Like maybe, like at this point, you kind of hope at 36 that he's figured out how to stay healthy. Would be nice. You're losing Schwellenbach for the year. Like, yes, you're going to have Spencer Strider. Hopefully he's back all the way. Yeah, that rotation seems quite thin. It seems quite thin. Is Bryce Elder any good? I don't know. The offense plays. The offense absolutely plays. The pitching scares the shit out of me. Absolutely does. The other question I have is Ozzie Albies. What the fuck is he? Who is Ozzie Albies? Is he the guy that was there last year? Or is he the guy that was there previous, who looked like a stud and looked like a legit ball player? Because he's been on the struggle bus. You have a guy like Mauricio Dubon there. They brought in Jorge Mateo, Hassan Kim. Like maybe these guys will push him. Like maybe that will be the kick in the ass that he needs to get better. And I also think that losing Marcell Ozuna is going to hurt.
Yeah,
missing that pop in the order, that's an issue. That's an absolute issue for me. Number 2, second place, New York Mets. Like you, I'm confused as to who's fucking pitching. Yes, you bring in Freddie Peralta. Great. He's pitching for a contract. He's legit. David Peterson was hot for a while, faded. Sean Manaea had a horrible year last year. Clay Holmes, he looked good in the World Baseball Classic. He was good last year. Can he do it again? Right? Who is Kodai Senga? Who is he? Right? Is he the guy who struck out 200 guys his rookie year? Or is he the guy who wasn't ready to come back because it takes him forever to get healthy? That's a problem. That's a major goddamn problem. You brought in Weaver. You brought in Williams. You have Brooks Raley back. Yes, you acquired Tobias Myers, and I think that's going to be a good move because he can swing. He could either be a starter or he can come out of the pen. But you lost Edwin Diaz. I saw Devin Williams last year. I'm not impressed. So, this idea of making Brewers East isn't exactly helping me out here. And then offensively, who's replacing Pete Alonso? You brought in Jorge Polanco, a guy who's never played first base before. You're teaching it to him on the fly.
It's not hard.
Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
Jesus Christ. You're teaching him at second base how to play first base. All right. Tell me how that works. You still have Vientos who probably could play first base, but we'll see. Brett Beatty is kind of filling the super utility role. I'm intrigued by Bo Bichette, but it's probably going to be a one-year thing. The Simeon thing, you traded for an older player who was cheaper. Okay, right. Was Brandon Nimmo that much of a pain in the ass behind the scenes? I'd rather have Brandon Nimmo, but that's me. Robert's a question mark. I know you're a fan. I'm not a fan. You hope that it's just him being on a dog shit team and him just kind of like checking out, but that's not a good look either. That's not a good look either. He's just like, fuck, I want out of here. I'm just going to kick the ball around until you get rid of me. Like, that's the problem. And who's playing left field? You got Juan Soto. Yes, they're saying he's a left fielder. There's nobody who's going to play right then. What are we doing? What the fuck?
Go get the ball.
What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? What did we do here? We've created a lot more questions than we have answers right now. It's just frustrating because just 2 seasons ago, this team was in the National League Championship Series. Ran through the Braves, ran through the Phillies, and then got clipped by the Dodgers. And since then, completely blown up. And number one, by default, I think they have one more year, and that is the Philadelphia Phillies. I think you get the best of Harper, you get the best of Schwarber. You're going to get whatever Real Muto's got left. Trey Turner's still there. He can play. Sosa can play. Offensively, this team is going to be fine. It's the pitching. It's absolutely the pitching. And what takes me over the top with them as opposed to the Braves is that we've seen this. We've seen the pop. And there are fewer question marks, in my opinion, with that. You lost Castellanos, which actually is a good thing because he was starting shit in the locker room. You bring in Adolis Garcia, right? Yeah, you figure he's not starting shit in the locker room, and he can mash. So, I think this is the swan song. It's kind of like the Warriors. They had that one left in them, and then they're just going to hang around and slowly decline. Slowly decline. But this is, once again, the Phillies division to lose. those are our picks. What are yours? Hit us up, faderoutemail@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs on IG at Fade Route Podcast. Drop us a line on X at Fade Route DNZ and let us know who you got in the National League East. It's time for us to run the go route. We'll talk to you next week when we order up the American League East. Solid.